Hello, welcome to my channel. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Thank you for watching. Sunday morning weigh-in. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm doing my makeup. Look, I use this lotion for my face cream. I don't know if it's okay. I'm using it. It probably doesn't do anything fancy for my face, but I like the way it feels. Sometimes I mix my primer with it. Sometimes I use no primer. I'm not a very fancy makeup person. But anyway, so how's your weekend going? Now, by the time you see this, I don't know what day it's going to be. But how are you doing? Are you doing okay? Are you keeping up with yourself? Are you, I'm going to start tracking, but not today. I'm starting tomorrow because today I eat out with my mama. And it would not be a good day for me to start tracking. Because I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't know what I eat. But anyway, so, yeah. So tomorrow is Monday and I'll start tracking. And just to kind of show you all where I'm at. And it'll be good for me to see where I'm at because I don't know. I just know what I'm eating is working. So I'm going to do my best to not change what I eat and to only just count what I'm eating. So so that's my plans for tomorrow. And yeah, so then that way well, for a few days. I'll try to do it maybe all week just so you all can kind of get an idea. Now, when I did go to maintenance from the get-go, you know, I was counting everything, every calorie, every macro. I kept it all in my tracker. So when I went to maintenance, I still eat the same things. You know, really. My meat is still in the exact same portion sizes. My vegetables are still... In fact, I think I still have some in the freezer that I'm working on eating. But my rutabaga back then was 200 grams, and now it's still 200 grams. So, and the things that I add to my meat, I still add the occasional Italian pasta sauce. I still add some Asian sauce. So really, that stuff hasn't changed. Hang on just a second. I want to move y'all. Okay. You were leaned against my coffee I wanted to drink. But I still eat the same types of food. And I may have gone up a little bit. But, sorry, I jumped around. So whenever I first went to maintenance, what I did was I said, okay, let's add 200 calories back. And that's whenever I started adding various things along the way. So, but Kim Howerton had said, because you know I'm a Kim Howerton fan, she got me, sure, okay, I'll tell you what, it's focused, Terry. Kim Howerton, I go attend her lives as often as I can on Tuesday evenings. So it's Tuesday evenings, Kim Howerton goes live, and she lets people ask questions. Well, Kim was like me in that she had done keto, and then she tried carnivore, but like me, it stopped. You know, her weight loss stopped. So she had to try something different, which is why, you know, I can relate because I did too. Anyway, so she's the reason why I started doing keto and counting calories. And I will say she's not the first person. When I first found keto, they had all these keto calculators, okay? And those keto calculators would tell how many calories you should eat and all your fat and protein macros and that kind of stuff. So that's what those keto calculators would tell people. Well, but I just never, it's me, come on now. I just didn't pay attention to the calorie part. But those old ones, they did have, they did say you should count calories as well. It's just, as people got away from that method, that, I don't know, that logic, people were, well, I take it back. There were just more people doing dirty keto and succeeding. They were able to succeed, which is awesome. But I just was not. So I had to tighten it up. Just like whenever my weight goes up, you'll see that I tighten things up. I use less sauces. I use less dips and just less things that are not meat, vegetables, and salad dressing. You'll notice I tighten it up at those time frames. And so anyway, but yeah, so whenever I discovered Kim Howerton and she was talking about counting calories, like I said, that was a different thing than what most people were talking in that moment. Because you see, I started keto the first time in 2017. And in 2017, people had a different way of doing it than they do now. In 2017, I also found Allie McWowie. Now, she is awesome to follow. Now, let me say this. Her stuff is older. So she lost her weight. She recorded all her stuff after she had lost her weight. But she's a school teacher, and bless her heart, she's young, probably late 20s, maybe early 30s. She's young, and she lost her weight, and now she has found her true love. And so she's getting married, and so God love her. She does not have the time to keep up with the YouTube channel and teach and, you know, be in a brand new relationship. And I get that, because it takes time to record everything and then to edit everything, because for as long as these videos are, it takes about twice. Well, you got to think, it takes that time to record, that same amount of time. No, usually my videos are about 10 minutes longer. And then I'll do things like pause. Instead of hitting pause on my recorder, I'll say, pause editing, Terry. I'll blow my nose and I'll come back. So my videos are usually a lot longer. But anyway, so she is truly a wonderful success story, except she didn't start recording from the beginning. So Allie McWowie. But anyway, so she also did counting calories. But when I got back in 2019, I'm like, psh, girl, whatever. I'm just going to count calories, or I'm just going to count carbs, because that was the mindset of people at the time. So then I stalled, and I'm like, maybe there is something to this. And I saw Kim Howerton, who was over at the Berry's house, and saw her and Nisha and Dr. Berry, you know, doing things. And I'm like, let me check out this Kim Howerton lady. And anyway, so she's the one who talks about refeeding. I don't know if that's the term she uses, but she talks about with going on slowly going back towards adding calories back. And so anyway, so she's the reason why I lost the other 90 some odd pounds along my weight loss, at the second half of my weight loss. So anyway, but going back to maintenance, that is how I have been maintaining, is because I keep my stuff as much the same as I can from what it was before. Except, you know, I eat the same foods. I just don't, you know, track them as much. So anyway, and you see I still weigh stuff. Certain things, there's like, I'm going to admit, no, I don't always weigh my, I don't always weigh my, the dressing, salad dressing. But those salad dressings are 10 calories. So if I get a double dose and it's 20 calories, that's not going to mess me up. But when you see me eat that pasta sauce, that red pasta sauce, the tomato pasta sauce, that's a whole different ball game. Because that, well, I think that's 50 calories. But I don't want to double it and get 100 calories. So that's why there's certain things I still do weigh, just to keep myself in check. I do not believe that Terry Least will ever be able to intuitively eat. Intuitive eating would require somebody to truly understand when they're full, and I would not be doing portions. I would just make up a bunch of food and take it. I would take it to work and then eat what I felt like eating. But that's just not how my brain works. My brain says, oh, there's a pile of food. Must eat all food. That's in my brain, you know. So for me, I cannot intuitive eat. And, you know, some people are just built that way. One of my coworkers, she's actually looking at trying it. But she has been a healthy size for many, many, many years, whereas I haven't. So for her, she'll be able to, you know, intuitive eat, where I, no. Anyway, so now my face is ready for church. I don't have to shave this morning. It's all good. So, kind of try to get a little of that excess powder off my eyebrows so it doesn't lighten them too much. My mom, she got gray in her eyebrows. So she uses the eyebrow pencil on her eyebrows. When I get there, I'll do it. I don't think any of mine are gray. Not yet. No, not that I can tell. But they will. I seem to be following in my mom's footsteps. She started coloring her hair when she was 30. So, or no, maybe, yeah, around 30 she was coloring her hair because she had gray. And I used to color my hair all the time as a hairdresser. Don't you know I've had, now I never did do the pale, pastel, bright colors or anything like that, but when we did mahogany and amber and things like that, but I did highlights a couple times, but, and I asked my friend about it a few years ago before I decided just to let it go. I'm like, maybe I could do some like lighter brown highlights, and she's like, no, you look like a calico cat with your dark brown and the white gray and then some light brown in there. Like, oh yeah, that's a good comparison. So yeah, so I don't color mine. I figure, you know, God gave it to me, and I am 51 years old. And as a hairdresser, something I hated the most was whenever somebody would walk in and they'd have jet black hair and then that much of it would be white. And I'm like, oh, honey, just give it up. And you knew, they'd be old and wrinkly, and you're like, oh, honey, people know you have gray hair. So I never wanted to be that person. So I just am like, let it go. Let it go. There's so many other things for me to worry about than coloring my hair. So, nah. Listen, I am not a high maintenance person. I've been no shave November since November of 2019 or 2020. No, I shaved twice since then. But yeah, I shaved twice since no shave November of 2019. So I am very low maintenance. But anyway, so yeah. All right. Well then, there you go. That's what I know. And I'm going to finish getting ready for church, and then I'll see you at breakfast. I'm in the middle of drying my hair. Don't judge it. I wanted to say, I know we've talked down in the comments a little bit about hair falling out. So I was losing my hair when I was doing OMAD. I was around January of 2020. And what I wanted, I started January 2021. And my hair started falling out big time. Clumps. And I even went on Dr. Barry's channel, double checked with him about it. And anyway, and I, asked questions. And so, and he, of course, he referred me to his video. But anyway, what I want to say is after I quit OMAD and when I started eating, because I was carnivore at that time, so you couldn't get any more clean or restricted. I don't want to say restricted, but yeah, I was, I was restricting. You couldn't get much more than just straight meat. So anyway, what I wanted to say is the hair's come back, and I am less gray than what I was about 3 years ago. Literally, I'm less gray. I mean, I have it along the temples, but before I lost that hair, I had a lot more gray. So for those of you who are talking about, hair loss, just know that. Mine came back dark. So I have less gray now than I did, before I lost it. It's the weirdest thing. So, okay, now, bye. So I got my doors open again. They're nice, and it's cool outside, thankfully, because, I got to let Biggin fit through the doors to go potty. And so I'm going to do that until he gets rid of his cone. He has torn his stitches, probably about that much. So about an inch and a half, he has torn them out. All he does, he shakes his head so violently. But they're going to call the vet tomorrow morning and see what the vet says. But I told y'all I had a puppy who went through that. Had to go back to the vet, I think once. But anyway, so I got my bacon broken up in there, and I'm heating up my skillet. I will be back when this is good and hot. So I microwaved my eggs about 30-45 seconds, and I'm going to add, my bacon, not eggs. And I got some low-fat mozzarella cheese. I'm going to add some to it. I'm going to go on and add it now because it's frozen. And this way, whenever I add the eggs, and that heat from the eggs and the heat that's on the bacon right now will kind of soften it up. My pit crew is very hovery right now. And I'm going to start using this thing more. I think I have a tendency to put things in too early. So I think it's hot now. It's right about 400 degrees, and I think that probably is very, very good. I'm going to get my water while I'm ready. While I remember, I'll get some water here. And we got 3 eggs, so we're going to get these 3 eggs cracked in there. Oh, let me get my salt and pepper. So we are going to be all ready for one. All right. Somebody said, I saw TikTok, if you drop it, it cracks in the right spot. Let's see if that's right. Pump. Probably they say it because it hits the fattest part of the egg. So, anyway, like I said, it's just one of those things you see on TikTok, and your brain's like, huh, I wonder. So I'll put some pepper on there and some salt. All right, I'm going to pour the water around it. Let me get my lid. We're going to do the Cowboy Kent Rollins method. You pour water around it, you cover it, you turn it down, and for 2 minutes. I'll see you in 2 minutes. So there is this channel here on YouTube, and his name is Cowboy Kent Rollins. And if you have never looked, if you want to know anything about cast iron or how they cook on a chuck wagon, he's your guy. So his job, I think he's retired maybe, but his job literally was, he was a cook on a chuck wagon. So he would go out with the cowboys, the ranchers, and like in recent times, and he'd go out with the ranchers, and his job was to cook for them and make coffee and stuff every morning. I think it turned into a novelty thing as time went on. Like, when I say that, I mean like he had like events or you know, he would host cowboy events or maybe ranchers would host them, and so he would go and cook for them and teaching people like how a life of a cowboy was. But anyway, so for real, that was his job. So he had an old, I think he called her Bertha. Hang on. all that scraping is more annoying to you all than it is to me. Like when I edit, I'm like, oh, Terry, stop that. Anyway, so his role was to go, use his big old oven, and it was an oven that broke down, and it was all a wood stove oven, and like I said, her name was Bertha, and so it's very, very fascinating. If you go to his channel, Cowboy Kent, K-E-N-T, Rollins, R-O-L-L-I-N-S. So I think that's how his last name is spelled. So that's what we're having. I put in 7 tomatoes. We got 3 eggs, 2 slices of bacon, a little bit of cheese, and some tomatoes. That's going to be breakfast this morning. Happy Sunday morning. Lori F&M, I'm trying to watch your channel. And this is why I have to keep hitting rewind to hear what you're saying. Because of this. They're going to town. Get him, Callie. Chew his face off, girl. She says, I am trying. Get her, Sam. Get her, boy. These 2 wild things. They're so happy. As I'm sitting here, I was having a conversation in YouTube about my legs on my comment section. So this is engorged or swollen varicose veins. These are, I have varicose veins. It's funny, you know, when you have excess weight, all that excess fat hides them. So that is not, that, you know, I've shown my doctor and the doctor I work with. So that is what varicose veins look like. You can have them stripped and pay to have them stripped. My sister did, but hers came back a couple months later. I got my business covered. I'm in underwear anyway. But you can see these are small spider varicose veins. That's just a bruise from having 4 dogs. But yeah, so I have a lot of varicose veins. And after the fat's gone, you see the things that were underneath. So I thought I'd share that with you. So, you know, don't be sad and worried when you lose the weight. You're going to find things that you didn't necessarily know before. But, you know, it's okay. That's what being a human is about. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Don't forget, yes, no shave November for a long time. But, yeah. And so, it's funny, I do this. I'm like, because, you know, there's all that excess skin and stuff. But having watched Keto and the Chaos, after her, she had the excess skin removed from her inner thighs. I will never have it. She's had so much problem with lymphedema. And I currently don't notice a problem. I just notice my varicose veins. But I do not want to go through what that poor woman has gone through with her lymphedema. So anyway, but just know, as you lose weight, you're going to find things that you didn't know about. And it's okay, because we're humans. But when we get to heaven, we're going to have a heavenly body, and none of it's going to matter anyway. Okay, bye. My church gets out before Mom's does, and I'm hungry, so I'm going to take a bite. She buys this Price pimento cheese spread. Not clean, not perfect, but I'm just going to take like a couple little bites. And since I tell y'all everything I eat, I'm going to let you know. 1 bite, 2 bites. Let's see. 2 tablespoons is 90 calories. And tomorrow when I whine about my weight being up, it ain't just going to be that we went out to eat. 7 grams of fat, no big deal. Carbs is 4. 2 added sugar, so they add sugar to this, and 2 protein. That's probably why it's so good. Anyway, so 2 bites of this before we go eat, because I'm hungry, and she won't be home for about 20 more minutes. I totally forgot to record it, but I had a side salad with blue cheese dressing. Their side salad has lettuce and some cheese and some onions and something else. Carrots. Okay, so I've already eaten that with my blue cheese dressing, and now I got pork steak and broccoli. You know, he takes it all in stride. He hates that thing, but he makes do with it. He licks inside of it whenever he gets food in there, and so he is shaking so much. I can't really, I don't know, it might be too graphic to show, but the incision like along his ear where it's pried open, and you can see like right between here, like on back in there, you can see the stitches and everything, but he's just like, I don't care. Hound dog, hound ears, don't care. He flips his head so hard so much that's just like ripped the stitches out. So hopefully we'll hear something from the vet tomorrow. Big old weirdo. But he's still in good spirits. I'll have to pause to give the dogs a treat here in a minute. But I have bought probably 25 avocados in my lifetime. And every single time I buy one, it goes bad because I don't eat it. Because I don't know what to do with it. Well, I still don't know what to do with it. But tonight, I'm having half of one for supper. Come on, fella. Now, I've heard you have to leave the seed in there for it to not go brown. I don't know these things. And I know you can put lemon stuff on them, like lemon juice over it, and that should help too. And I think you can put cling wrap over them. I'm going to put some cling wrap over it. Hang on just a second. I don't have any cling wrap, but I have some press and seal. I don't know how that'll work, but we'll find out. Okay. So we're just going to kind of cover that. And I don't know. We're just trying, you know. Sometimes it's fun to just try something different. And I have not had an avocado. I've had it on salads before. I really don't know what to do with it. But I know I see people on the TV eating them. You know, like so I have a coworker that eats them a lot. So I'm just going to do it. And then today isn't the day I'm counting calories, obviously, or tracking. I think avocado tastes like the white part of an egg. That's just what I think. It's kind of bland. So, well, let me finish. We're going to have avocado. I'm going to have 2 pieces of bacon. And here we go, something else I haven't had in, I couldn't even tell you. This is a mango. I don't know how much carb is in a mango. You can judge me if you want to, but I'm going to peel this and then I'll be right back. I think I've bought mango once in my life. I don't remember if I liked it or not. Evidently there's a core in the center. Huh. I don't know how to cut a mango. Or what did I say this is? Mango, yeah. I keep mixing up. I mix up mango and papaya. I don't know much about the difference. I think I did buy one of these, and I do remember it being weird in the center. It's like real dense in the center. So there's a lot of work involved in this. And then do you even get very much after you get it? I don't know. This might be a bust, but that's all right. I went by my grocery store in Mom's town after church, because that's where my church is. And while I was waiting on Mom, I went by her grocery store and I picked up some apples. Then I saw these. I'm like, you know what? Before I have to start keeping track for you people. I'm just kidding. But I'm like, I'm going to just try some things. See if it's something I even like. And then see if it's something I might try again later on. But don't judge me. This is just an experiment. Let's see. Yeah, you definitely want to chew on it after you get it cut. Because there's some more. Hang on, I'll be back. Alright, so I'm going to put this 2 pieces of bacon on an Egg Life wrap. And I'm going to put a little bit of mayonnaise on it. Just because it'll be kind of like a, you know, bacon. Oh, tomatoes. I got tomatoes right here. Looky there. I got some tomatoes. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm going to have me a bacon tomato sandwich. Well, roll up. I'm going to have me some. It's going to be a weird combination today, boys and girls. Who knows why? Who knows? Sometimes, you know, things just hit you. And you're like, I'm going to do it. So, that's me today. I'm going to do it. What's the worst thing that could happen? It's not like it's going to kick me out of maintenance mode. I don't know. Will it? Will it not? I don't know. But I do have some salt. I want to try a little salt on this. On this, what you call it here? Avocado. Yeah. So it makes it taste better. And put just. I wonder what tahini would taste like on it. Hang on. Hey. Ooh, look at that hair. I'm going to try a little tahini on a bite. It also has salt, but let's see. Hey, watch out, boy. Lou, watch out, buddy. He keeps smacking the things with the sun, with the lampshade on his head. All right, let's put a little tahini on here. That's good. I'm gonna put that on a couple of them. All right. So there we go. That's gonna be supper. Papaya, no mango, avocado, bacon tomato wrap, and some peach yogurt. A very, very high carb supper. Probably one of the highest carb suppers I've had in a long, probably about 4 years, but that's what I'm having. So, cha-ching, there's my supper. Okay, bye.